A lot of people think of grammar as this boring set of rules you have to memorize. But what if it's not that at all? What if it's actually more like a decoder ring, a secret tool that once you get the hang of it, unlocks this incredibly clear and powerful way of communicating? Well, today, we're going to crack that code together.
Okay, let's dive right in with a classic head-scratcher. I mean, we've all been there, right? You're staring at a sentence and you're wondering, which one sounds right? They both seem to be talking about the past, so what is the real difference here? This is exactly the kind of puzzle we are here to solve.
And here's the secret. The answer has nothing to do with random rules. It's all about time. See, the English language has this hidden timeline built right into its verbs. And once you see it, I promise, everything starts to click into place. So let's put on our detective hats and decode this thing.
First up, we're decoding past tenses, and I want you to think of them less like strict rules and more like tools. Yeah, tools. Each one has a very specific job to do when you're telling a story, and its job is to help your listener understand the exact order of events.
So here's the basic map of our timeline. Pretty simple, right? Past, present, future. Now, most of our stories, they happen back here, in the past. But the past isn't just one single point. It's more like a whole landscape. All sorts of things can happen at different points, and that's usually where we get all tangled up. These different past tenses, they're our navigation system. They help us move through all these events without getting lost.
So here's the crucial thing to get. Each past tense has a specific job. Think of it like a film crew. The simple past, that's your main story, the main action. He went to the store. Boom. The past continuous sets the scene. It's the background action. What was happening when the main event took place? He was reading when the phone rang. And the past perfect? Ah, that's my favorite. That's the backstory, the flashback. It's for the event that happened before your main story even started. And finally, past perfect continuous is for telling us how long something had been going on.
Let's really zero in on the most powerful one, the past perfect. I like to call this the backstory rule. It's super simple. Whenever you have two things that happened in the past, you use the past perfect, that's had plus the verb, for the action that happened earlier in time. It's your way of signaling to your audience, hey, listen up, before this main thing I'm telling you about, this other thing had already happened. It's literally the story before the story.
And this example just makes it crystal clear. Look, there are two actions here, both in the past. She told me, and she saw the movie. Which one happened first on our timeline? The seeing, of course. So we say, she had already seen it. That little word had puts everything in the right order for us. The seeing happened before the telling. Easy, right?
All right, you ready for the next level? Let's talk about prepositions. You know, those tiny little words like in, on, and at that feel like they were designed to be confusing. Well, guess what? They're not random at all. They actually follow some very clear, very logical patterns, and we're about to uncover them. Okay, here's the secret to cracking prepositions. Stop trying to memorize them one by one. It's a waste of time. Instead, start grouping them by their job. Just ask yourself, what is this word doing in the sentence? Is it talking about time? Is it talking about a place? Or is it talking about movement? Once you see it this way, you realize words like in, on, and at are multitaskers. They work for both time and place. It's all about function.
Now, let's tackle one of the biggest headaches in this category, for versus since. The difference is actually really simple when you think about it. For is all about duration. It answers the question, how long? A period of time. 2 hours, 5 years, a few minutes. Since, on the other hand, marks a starting point. It answers the question, starting when? Since Monday, since 1999, since this morning.
And I've got a fantastic little trick so you will remember this forever. For the word for, think FD, like a fixed deposit at a bank. FD stands for a duration. And for since, think SS. SS stands for since a specific point in time. FD and SS, seriously lock that in your brain. You will never mix these two up again.
Another little secret is that a lot of these prepositions, well, they travel in packs. They form these fixed pairs with certain adjectives, and you just gotta learn them as a single chunk. You're always proud of something. You're good at something. And here's a good one. You're angry with a person, but you're angry at a situation or a behavior. Learning these common pairs is a huge shortcut to sounding more fluent.
Okay, for our last section, we're going to zoom out from single words and look at the whole shebang, sentence structure. This is where you can really start to play with the language like an artist. Just by changing the shape of your sentence, you gain this incredible power to control exactly what your audience focuses on. First, we have the active voice. This is your default. It's direct, it's clear, it's powerful. In this sentence, Ishan's team is the subject. They are the hero of the sentence. Why? Because they are the ones doing the action. The focus is 100% on the doer.
Now watch this magic trick. We can flip the sentence into what's called the passive voice. The information is exactly the same, but the focus, totally different. All of a sudden, the star of the sentence, the main character, is the winning goal. Ishan's team is still in the credits, but they've been moved to a supporting role. See that? The focus is shifted from the doer to the receiver of the action.
And here is another really cool transformation that will make your writing sound much more sophisticated, going from as soon as to no sooner. Now, it might look a little complicated, but it's really just a simple 3-step recipe. Step 1, you swap as soon as for no sooner. Step 2, you invert the subject and the verb so he saw becomes had he seen. And step 3, you just add the word then. The result is a sentence that just feels more dramatic, more immediate.
So let's take a breath. We've decoded tenses, we've found the patterns in prepositions, and we've reshaped entire sentences. What does all that add up to? Well, it adds up to a brand new set of tools for your communication toolbox. So let's do a quick review of the key takeaways.
So, what's inside your brand new toolbox? First, you've got timeline logic. You now know how to use past tenses to be the director of your story. Second, you understand preposition patterns. You're not memorizing anymore, you're looking for the job, time, place, or movement. And of course, you've got the FD/SS rule, F or a duration and since a specific point. And finally, you know that structure is power. You can use active and passive voice to guide your reader's attention wherever you want it to go. So I'm going to leave you with this final thought. Grammar is not a cage of rules designed to limit you. Not at all. It's a set of keys that unlocks new ways to express yourself. Now that you can see the hidden logic, now that you know the patterns, the real question is, what are you going to build with them? Go create something powerful.